Normally I end these videos by asking, should you watch this anime? But I'm gonna cut to the chase. Of course you should watch. At least that's what I would have said until I saw episode 2. If you don't care about the story of One Punch Man and you're just here for that sweet Sakuga moments and art style, I don't know what to tell you, but it's changed. But if you're looking forward to the plot, the story, then you're in for a surprise. I've been keeping up with the original one web novel, so I kind of know what's gonna happen, but don't worry, I'll keep that info to myself. But before we get into the actual meat of this video, I'm gonna set up a future video right now. Fubuki is gonna have more screen time this season, so are we gonna do a waifu review? Most definitely, maybe. And before I go further, I have to make this clear before you guys start, raining hate on this video. I don't hate this episode. I had a good time, but there's just some little problems I had with the animation. I like to start off by talking about the negative stuff because I like ending on a good, positive note. So what's the source of my doubts, my misgivings about this season? Well, it comes down to the production. While I was watching episode 2, something just didn't feel right. The direction was just like all over the place. And guess what? It was because there's 5 animation directors on this episode. Now, I'm not the most familiar with the animation process. I come from a film production background and play with animation for fun. But on a film set, the director has the most control. They kind of have to in order to drive the artistic direction. But can you imagine that voice times 5? From what I understand about anime production, the time where you really need another animation director is when your schedule is so tight, one guy isn't enough to manage everything in that given time frame. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a lot of animes out there that do have multiple animation directors working on an episode. But when your result is this, it's a little bit worrying. Worrying. Shut up, nerd, and stop complaining. Appreciate that they're making this in the first place. So why am I offering my criticism? Because I love One Punch Man and I want as many people as possible to enjoy it. But when I hear a lot of people talking about this issue, it's clear they're not enjoying it as much as the first season. But that being said, it's not a bad episode. I still had a lot of fun watching it. It just feels a little bit different, like something's missing. But there's hope around the corner because I heard the quality is gonna get better, and that's kind of important because there's way more action happening later on. So hopefully all of their time went into making those scenes look good. And speaking of later on, let's get into the good stuff. Fubuki, hell yeah. I know Tatsumaki's got a fan club, a lot of dedicated people. Yeah, I'm a fan too, but Fubuki, move aside Tatsumaki, you got competition. Are we gonna have a battle for the best girl title? Alright, I feel like I'm about to transition into a waifu review here, so I'll just back off. So the story is about to get more interesting. I feel like as one was writing One Punch Man, he started getting serious about the story around this point. And if you look closely at the opening, we're gonna get a tournament arc. Heck yeah, I can hear Giga going crazy right about now. This one's a little bit different from Hero Academia or Naruto or any of the other shonens because their focus is on something else that I won't say because I want people to experience it unspoiled. But honestly, I don't know how many chapters this season will cover. So on Mal, it says unknown amount of episodes. On top of all that cool action things happening, there's also a lot of non-action things to look forward to. Saitama and King's friendship dynamic. There's also a whole bunch of other characters, monsters. There's also going to be just a ton of stuff happening at the same time, and it all ends up coming together. So I'm honestly very envious of anime-only people. Despite the criticism I had about the animation, this is still the anime I'm looking forward to every week. I get it. We've been spoiled by the first season and all that, but the story is starting to kick off, and that's more than enough for it to carry the season for me. So, what do you think about One Punch Man so far? Is the animation difference a deal breaker to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe. And as always, my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.